to B.hookedcrochet.com. I'm your host Brittany, and in today's tutorial I'm going to demonstrate how to crochet the simple crochet leaf. This is a free pattern that's available at B.hookedcrochet.com, and you can find the link to that pattern in the description below. For this pattern you're going to need approximately 15 to 20 yards of worsted weight yarn, a size 5mm crochet hook, a darning needle, and a pair of scissors. To begin crocheting our leaf, we need to start off by creating a slip knot. And if you're following along with the written pattern, the next step says that we need to chain 10. So this loop on our hook never counts as a chain. We're just going to wrap that working yarn and pull through the loop on our hook. That's 1 chain, 2, 3, 4, 'Now once you have completed all 10 chains, we're going to start off by slip stitching into the next chain from the hook, or the second chain from the hook. So we've got this loop on our hook. Again, that does not count as a chain. So this chain right here is considered the first chain from the hook. We want to slip stitch in the second chain from the hook. So right here. And we're going to work in that top loop only. And we're going to do that because when we come back around the other side, we have to have another loop to work into. So to make your slip stitch, we'll just have our hook inserted into that second chain. We'll yarn over, pull a loop through that chain, and then we'll pull that same loop through the loop on our hook. Now the next thing we need to do is single crochet into the next chain. So we'll insert our hook into that chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops. That's how we make the single crochet, and we're going to repeat that for the next stitch. So we'll find that next chain and make a single crochet. And for the next chain, we're going to make a half double crochet. So to make a half double crochet, we just need to yarn over, we'll insert our hook into that next stitch or the next chain, we'll yarn over, pull up a loop, then we'll yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on our hook. Now we need to do 4 double crochet into the next 4 chains. So we're going to yarn over, insert our hook into that chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. That's how you make the double crochet. We're going to do that one more time into each of the next 3 stitches. Once you've completed that, you should have 1 chain remaining, and for that chain we're going to half double crochet 4 times. So again, make a half double crochet, you'll yarn over, insert your hook into that last stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then yarn over and pull through all 3. And we want to put 4 total half double crochets. So basically what we're doing is just working around the bottom portion of our leaf. And I'm turning the leaf as I go so that my stitches end up in the proper place. And I'm also placing my tail, I like to hold on to it with my 2 fingers back there, and I just hold it next to my work, so I work my stitches over that tail. So the next thing we want to do is put 1 double crochet into each of the next 4 stitches. But as you can see, our stitches look quite different from what we're normally used to seeing. Now if you look real closely, you do have somewhat of a little gap that you can see, and that's actually the stitch. That's where you need to work into. So we'll place our double crochet into that first opening. And then we'll repeat that for the next 3 stitches. Okay, now the instructions say that we need to half double crochet into the next stitch. And then we'll single crochet into the next 2 stitches. And now for the last stitch, we're going to place a slip stitch. Now the last stitch is a little bit difficult to see, but you've got this little opening here. You're just going to place your hook into that opening and slip stitch. So pull through and through. And that finishes off the crocheting portion of our leaf. So I'm just going to cut myself a tail. Now normally I would wrap and pull my tail through the loop on my hook, but I'm not actually going to do that in this case because I like the appearance of it a little bit better if I just pull the loop through. And I do that because I think it helps to maintain the shape of that point a little bit better. Now if you worked over your other tail as I did, you can just go ahead and trim that off. And now we just want to thread our darning needle. And we've got our leaf turned towards, so the back side is facing here. And what I like to do is just put my hook into, or put my needle into this stitch over here. And then I'm just going to pull on that. And again, see how that pulls it together and helps to maintain that point? So now I'm going to flip it back over and then just work it into the middle here, so that way I can work my end underneath some of these stitches. And once you're finished, you'll just trim off your tail, and that finishes off our leaf. This concludes our tutorial today on the simple crochet leaf. Stay tuned for more free videos and free patterns at BHookedCrochet.com.